Can you join us? There we go. We're live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of Werid Frequencies. Everybody's broadcasting live from the bottom of a bunker underneath a cornfield. Rob,
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm still only allowed in the garage next to the bunker and the cornfield.
Rob may be joining us. He just got home. He's probably sitting there eating. He's probably like, he messaged in the chat. He's like, I just got home, guys. And we're just like, come join us. Get on here. Let's do a show. Yeah. And he's probably like, guys, give me a minute to eat. Give me a minute to put my feet up. Give me a minute to relax.
And no one can blame him for that.
Oh, no. Trust me, I didn't want to do, there's times I don't want to do a show. I almost wanted to not do a show tonight. Because I got home, it was a hard day at work. It was like, I got home, I ate. And I'm just like, I got to get up and do this show. And it's like, I don't want to get out of the chair.
Like, I can understand I had to make myself eat. And then I had my other podcast starting at 6. And then, that ended shortly before this started. So I've been sitting in this chair already for almost 3 hours. Here comes some more. Yeah.
We are going to make a professional DJ / broadcaster out of Adam soon enough because he's already got the time in the chair. He's already feeling like that feeling you get when you sit for too long and you're like, I just gotta get up and stretch my legs. Holy crap.
It's what we refer to now as podcast ass.
Hey, whatever works. Usually mine's my shoulders. From sitting up straight.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I get a lot of stress in my shoulders and stuff, and I want to stretch it out, but I can't do it sitting down. So I have to turn off the camera and then get up and kind of stretch a bit and then sit back down and then turn the camera on.
My thing is, let me go ahead and kill the music real quick. My thing is, it's like just the lower back. Okay. That's what gets me.
No, the lower back. That's why I made sure my chair had the lumbar pillow.
I do need a new computer chair. I need to get that.
Yeah. It's like I got this one at Walmart. It's like $140, but I got it for like 20 off of Facebook Marketplace.
I know every once in a while when Rob moves his chair, he's got a nice looking chair. He's got a great looking, it's like a gamer chair or something. And I'm like, that's pretty nice, dude. It's pretty nice. I'm like, try and get that one day. So like I said, everybody who's watching, just tuning in, Rob may join us later. He just got off work, give the man a chance to say hi to the family, grab something to eat, and he can join us. So we'll see what happens. Well, we got several stories. It's been I would say it's honestly, guys, been a big week for aliens. Looking at some of these stories I got. Big week alien. We could talk about this one. This is a big one, too. Do you guys know the Shroud of Turin?
Yes.
Bubba,
yeah.
Do you know? Okay, so everybody knows what the Shroud of Turin. In case you don't know, the Shroud of Turin is, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, because I know a little bit about it, but not entirely.
Okay.
It's the shroud that was put over Jesus's body after the crucifixion.
Yeah, it was covering him when he was resurrected.
Yes.
Leaving a shadow on the cloth.
Of his face.
Right? His likeness. Yeah, well, of his likeness. So there's been many arguments on whether or not it is what it is or not.
Now, here's where I take over Adam's skepticism. I'm not the religious person, and I'm not against people who are religious. I'm just not. So go right ahead. Well,
So you're saying you would be more like what? Atheist or agnostic, or what would you say you are?
Agnostic.
More agnostic.
Which for those who don't know the difference between agnostic and atheist, an atheist absolutely does not believe, and that's it. Final say, done. Agnostic more means you don't believe in it, but you don't disbelieve either.
You don't believe in the concept there is a God, but you do believe there is a possibility of something.
It could be. I don't know. I just have no proof. Like, show me some DNA. Show me something that says that they actually existed. And it's not just a bunch of crap wrote in a book to get people to live a better life.
Well, I mean, there is a Shroud of Turin we're getting ready to talk about. That could show sign because there's some new evidence that came forward. A new analysis claims they've uncovered evidence the crucifixion might have been historically accurate.
Okay.
So I'm going to bring this article up real quick. Bubba saying he wants DNA. There might actually be DNA, especially the Shroud of Turin. An engineer from the University of Padua, Italy, used modern technology to reanalyze samples taken from the cloth in the 1970s, finding tiny blood particles showing signs of organ failure, trauma, disease, and radiation. Materials that were typically in ancient Jerusalem were also said to be discovered, suggesting it may have originated in the region and not in Europe, where many skeptics think it was created as a medieval forgery. The independent experts dismissed the findings, however, saying blood could have contaminated the cloth at some point in the past 700 years. It was not until 1978 when the first physical samples were removed from the cloth, done with tape. Was somebody trying to speak or say something there?
Uh-uh.
Oh, okay. Now, University of Padua professor Giulio Fanti has placed the samples from the shroud under a modern-day microscope capable of highlighting details known down to the size of individual particles.
Okay.
His study was published in Archives, Herpetology, Case Reports, and Reviews, which peer-reviewed his research. The reanalyzed particles showed the presence of hemoglobin, which is a key component of blood, and also two different types of blood that Fanti labeled as type A and type B.
That's red blood cells, is what hemoglobin is.
Yes. Fanti says that this suggests the cloth was used on someone with bloody injuries rather than forged using ink, dye, paint, or other techniques that some people claim the Shroud of Turin was forged with.
Okay, also, but without, it just means there's blood on it, possibly.
That means that it was at one point used to cover somebody's wounds. It doesn't mean a body. It doesn't mean that. It just means it was at some point somebody was bleeding onto the Turin.
And if they even found DNA on it, how do you link that specific DNA to Jesus or whatever? Like, how's that even going to be possible from that long ago? That just, to narrow that down to one person from that far ago, that's, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, I think it takes like 1,000 years for DNA in fossils to completely erode and dissolve and calcify. So this is like 700 years old, according to the report. It is just under, it'll be another 200 years till that DNA is eventually junk. Fanti says this is just about the cloth. Okay. Traces of creatine were also identified in the shroud sample, which is released into the bloodstream when a person undergoes muscle breakdown or some type of trauma. Your body produces creatine from amino acids in your liver, kidneys, and pancreas. It is also present in foods. The body releases the chemical to the bloodstream when cells in the brain, heart, or skeletal muscles are damaged. Do we have more about this? Yep. So there's the blood cells that they took into question. These are the cells under a microscope.
I think the real issue they're going to run into is there's not a way to verify if it was Jesus's blood versus just a person from that region who looked.
That's what I was saying. Exactly.
And it's not like you can come up with a body or a relative or anything like that, because according to belief, he ascended and was resurrected. So there would be no body.
All right. Here's my thing too. All right. People don't just die and then miraculously come back to life after so many days. That don't happen. People can't know it because supposedly he was an actual human at one time, and you can't just touch someone and heal them, and do like other things that you would have to be a superhero, which we all know is not real.
Well, we don't know.
So that's why I find a lot of this hard to believe.
I just realized that we got to be really careful. I don't want this show to turn into Bible talk. This is not Bible class Sunday, but you do have to understand. Right. You do have to understand, though. It's like you look at the state of Jesus, for example. Julie here hits it on the head, as always, unless he was married and had kids, which if you believe in the Da Vinci Code, but I'm not sure what DNA is there to show proof. There's really no way to verify. So what we know about the Shroud of Turin is that it had blood on it, but it's like Adam said, Julie said, we all agree. There's no way to prove that it's Jesus' blood. There's still no way to prove that what it is real. And the problem with, trying to prove Bubba, I'm religious. I know Adam is religious. Bubba is agnostic. We can explain
it's a religion.
It is a religion. It means he believes, but he also at the same time just wants, he doesn't believe. He needs more proof. Yeah. The thing is there's really no way we can prove to Bubba. Bubba has to prove to himself. Bubba has to find that evidence in himself. And that's kind of if I'm making any sense at all, because I realize I just sound like I'm just fucking stupid now.
But no, I mean, like the evidence that's there, I mean, you can't bring religion into play there. It's got to be strictly scientific. And if you're doing that, then you have to look at the outliers. Things like the absence of Jesus's blood or DNA. You would look at family trees. Like they're saying that Jesus was with Mary Magdalene. Okay, so do you begin to search down her family tree to see if there's, some relative there? Maybe a baby that could have been born within a few years.
Mary supposed to be his mother?
Mary Magdalene. Mary Magdalene was, the original Mary was his mom in the Immaculate Conception, according to religion. But Mary Magdalene was a prostitute who became redeemed through Jesus. And there was a lot of speculation that Jesus had married Mary Magdalene and possibly had kids. That's about the only way that there would be a family tree.
Oh, wow. Listen to this. The blood detected by Fonte was also said to have evidence of possible radiation in different forms. Type A blood contained beta particles that are electrons of great kinetic energy emitted by some radioactive nuclei, such as potassium-40, used in explosives and fireworks. Photon radiation particles are identified in type B samples. These are also known as gamma rays, which are typically formed by a nuclear reaction. However, Dr. Lawrence Klobinski, a forensic scientist who is a professor emeritus at John Jay College, told DailyMail.com, which that's a great site to get your news from, that the blood was likely a secondary thought. So where's the radiation coming from then? If they're picking up radiation off the Shroud of Turin mixed with the blood particles.
That's a good question, but there's not really a source. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Maybe that's how Jesus was able to heal people. He had some type of radiation power. Maybe he was a superhero. I mean, you never know.
So yeah, just a he happened to be part Hulk.
Part Hulk? No, he was a Jedi. He was a Jedi. What do you think Jesus looked like? What do you think Jesus looked like?
He would have to be of like Middle Eastern or Israeli descent. So he would be a darker color.
But yet most images of him are pretty well spot on white.
Yeah,
they are, and unfortunately, that's I would say it's marketing of the church. Yeah,
it's European influence, mainly Catholic, but not totally Catholic. But all of that kind of began in Europe. So
they're kind of lying.
Well, I mean,
Julie says he's not a white guy.
Yeah.
Here, do you want to see, Bubba, what Jesus actually looked like?
Oh my!
Here you go. Supposedly, he looked like.
And that's not Jesus, by the way. It's Ewan McGregor.
Hello there.
Hello there. There you go. That's what Jesus really was. It was Obi-Wan Kenobi from alternate reality. But no, Adam is right. Jesus was not white. That is the European, like conversion, I guess you say. He's be more Middle Eastern. I've heard some people believe he's Middle Eastern. Some people said he was technically African, which I could see both. It's possible. It's Jesus. I think personally, Jesus can be whatever he wants. If Jesus wants to be Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan Kenobi, fine.
Hey, I'm sending you a picture, Tyler, of a more historically accurate portrait of Jesus Christ.
Maybe if he had all these like superpowers and all this, maybe he was like made himself purple or something.
I have seen this. Tell me this is legit. That's what he's believed to have looked like.
Yeah.
Now
there's
that would be a little more believable.
Yeah, there's something very calming about the face, honestly. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, our own Jesus, hardcore Rob Hansen, ladies and gentlemen.
Hold on.
We're talking about the New Testament, the Shroud of Turin.
He comes on board.
You didn't just call me Jesus, did you?
Tyler did. I just called you Captain.
Our Werid Frequencies, Jesus.
Adam wouldn't say such sacrilege.
No, it's just Captain. You salute the captain when he's on
there
the
you
bridge.
go. How are you guys? Thank you for the welcome. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, you're good.
Welcome to the show, boss.
Thank you. How are you, Bubba?
I'm good.
Right on. What are we talking about here? Go ahead.
We're talking about the Shroud of Turin and how they have discovered there is actually a possible that they're discovering that yes, it may have been possible the shroud at least was used to cover an injured or bleeding or dead body at some point, but they can't determine whether it was Jesus or not. Also, apparently there's radiation that was put on the shroud at some point, so we think Jesus might have actually been a Jedi or a superhero, Kryptonian.
I thought they had pretty much confirmed, who it was. They didn't, huh?
They still haven't done it. No, the recent test shows what was it? 2 different blood types?
Type A and B. One had beta particles present in regards to radiation, and type B had gamma radiation, similar to that of a nuclear reactor type of deal.
The Hulk.
Yeah.
And the Hulk.
Yeah. But they're saying that the cloth was found to be of a cloth found in Jerusalem instead of in Europe. They found blood particles using an advanced microscope. But there's still no way to connect the blood to the DNA of Jesus.
Really?
And that's kind of what we've been discussing is the if and the how would someone come across Jesus's DNA.
There's a movie called the Satan Project, I believe it's called, and it's just come out in the last year. And the premise of this movie is that they have. Look at Tyler looking it up. See if you can find the plot of that movie, dude. It's about a company who gets a hold of the DNA of Jesus, and possibly the Antichrist, or maybe it's Jesus, and they go to recreate Jesus, and I believe they accidentally create an Antichrist or something like that. I haven't seen it. I just saw the plot and went, "Holy shit!
And
what kind of a plot is that?"
You said it's called the Satan Project,
something like that. Yeah.
I'm seeing films that talk about Satanism. Would be the
God, yeah. There's probably a million movies, with Satan in the title of some kind. There was some horrible looking face, in the picture.
Let's see.
I'm gonna see if I can
find it. Biotech Devil? No, that's
the Devil Conspiracy.
The Devil Conspiracy. I think that might be it that you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, let's see.
Yep, not 2022. Yeah, that's it. It's got the horrible devil guy on the cover. Or whatever. Unless that's their like Black Jesus or something. He's got a crown. He's freaky looking. What's the plot say?
In modern,
I don't mean to sidetrack you guys on this, but
no, you're good. In modern times, Laura investigates. Okay, first off, in a celestial conflict, Lucifer leads a rebellion and is cast into hell by God. Archangel Michael attempts to change Lucifer, but denies his plea for support. In modern times, Laura investigates the angels' battle and is skeptical of its reality. A biotech firm, secretly a Lucifer-worshipping cult, aims to free Lucifer using the Shroud of Turin. The cult's leader, Liz, kills Father Marconi, steals the shroud, and plans to use it to create a vessel for Lucifer.
Oh, shit. That's just really horrible and sacrilegious. But hey, go ahead.
Michael, possessing a priest, learns the prophecy involving a wicked woman and beast birthing Lucifer's vessel. Lucifer breaks free as cultists bring Laura and 3 other women, Sophia, Brenda, and Mia, to the facility. The beast of the earth captures Laura and Sophia, but Lucifer possesses Sophia, kills the rest, judging them as inadequate, leaving only Laura for Lucifer to possess. Michael rescues Laura, encountering fallen angels who reveal the plan to bring hell to earth. Lucifer manipulates Laura, who momentarily breaks free, attempting suicide. Liz arrives, and Lucifer repossesses Laura to stop her. Michael retrieves his sword with the help of trapped souls. Laura gives birth to a child, fulfilling the prophecy. Michael reveals God's plan for the child to destroy Lucifer. Liz then decides to protect the baby and orders the cult's massacre. Michael saves Laura, and together they confront Liz, revealing the truth. Laura escapes with the child, and Michael battles the beast. He closes the portal to hell using explosives.
Like you do.
Like you always do, yes.
How else are you going to blow up a portal?
You take that... That's a page right out of Arnold Schwarzenegger's book. I'll tell you that much. Destroy the
science fiction movie writers just come to a halt there and go, well, what are we going to do about this portal? How are we going to get rid of it? Blow it up!
Yep. The child, now safe, is taken to the Vatican. In the aftermath, Michael frees trapped souls from hell, narrating the world's salvation. Liz spots the child in a forest, whispering Lucifer. Lucifer's essence escapes, but it's then absorbed by the child.
Scary.
Dun, dun, dun.
So there you have
it. It leads up for a sequel. The Devil's shitty sequel.
I just came across that on Facebook, but anyway, there you have it. So your story was mainly just the fact that they haven't quite connected the shroud to Jesus, actually, like we've thought all this time.
There's still, there's people who believe the shroud is counterfeit. They don't believe it's real, but there's some people who actually believes the possibility that it's real. we now know that this scientist, I just deleted the article. I'd look it up. Okay, I still have it right here. This guy does say there is blood and tissue in the shroud reminiscent of what you would put over a body during like severe injury or death. There's like creatines.
Isn't there blood across his head and blood on his wounds on his hands and everything too?
Well, if you also go off of religion too, he was stabbed by a spear.
Yeah.
Because he was taking too long. So they just said, screw this, and stabbed him with a spear.
Uh-huh.
So
see, I believe the shroud is real, but do I believe it was on Jesus? Not necessarily.
So we'll never really know, I guess, huh?
It's like Adam said, unless you can find somehow a distinct relative, which let's not do that, because this film already looks like it'd be horrible if it came to real life to begin with. Chances are the only way you're going to do that is if you actually go down the bloodline and find a descendant of Jesus, either a family member, brother, sister, father, mother, son.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only way.
I got you.
There's really no way to test it.
Cooley.
Hey, Charlie Cooley.
What's up, Cooley? What's up, Julianne Gentry? Julianne. So, how's the show been going since I've been my little leave of absence past few, like, 3 weeks?
Last week was a fun show.
Yeah.
Yep.
Last week was a horrible show. Bubba was on. Just kidding, Bubba.
No, thanks for stepping up, Bubba. Oh, look, it's the famous Steve.
Famous Steve Stanton.
You guys should check out Roku TV, a show called Alien Cowboy. It's a show about guys chasing alien encounters. I've seen every single episode of that, Steve. Let's talk about that show.
I gotta say, I thought you saw that show a while back.
Yeah,
Rob.
we talked about it. We covered it. Have you guys seen it? Do you remember? Have you seen it, Tyler?
I haven't
seen
it.
Well, it ended. It's on everywhere. It's on. Fuck! You turn on the TV, it's on. I'm serious. Somewhere. I mean, I don't know. It's I see it running on some channel all the time on
by
like
the way,
Roku.
it's called UFO Cowboys, not Alien Cowboys. Because every time I put in Alien Cowboys, I get Cowboy and Aliens.
You can definitely get it on Roku app though, Bubba, for sure. But it's an amazing show. I mean, if it's real or not, I don't know. But these guys are cowboys that go around the southern states, sort of investigating, like Texas and states like that down south, and investigating like paranormal stuff and UFOs and cattle mutilations. And the first one, they find a pretty hardcore cattle mutilation, and it's a trippy show because there's maybe radiation around the cows. There's like one guy in the show like gets attacked and knocked out, and then he disappears overnight, and then they find him and like he's naked and he's like cowering in a ball, and they like try to get him, and he attacks them, and so this guy like has this mental breakdown, and there's these weird lights, all the time everywhere, and it's a trippy show, and I imagine it's fake. I mean, it's got to be, most of it's fake, but no one knows. That's the thing. And no one's come forward.
I'm looking at it. It actually, number one, it's been renewed for a second season.
That's what people are really waiting for, because the way it ended, I think a guy was missing or something, or a guy disappeared, or there was something that happened at the end that you were just like, wait a minute, holy shit.
What's it like similar to this show?
How did it end, Steve? Do you remember what happened on the last episode? It's just like a reality show, you know. And they follow these cowboys around, and
so what it is a docudrama. I'm looking up. It's some of the things they deal with in the show are based upon actual events. They're just replicating it and using these people as stand-ins for the actual people who went through this.
So they're admitting that now, huh? So when it came out, they weren't really talking.
Right, like
I
the
remember
final
looking for research, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, information about it, and I couldn't find like.
It is actually a very low budget. It was only made. The first season was only made on $2 million.
Yeah.
Which I
the
can
summary
understand.
I have for the show reads: UFO Cowboys follows a group of ranchers known as the Cowboy Skywatchers. They investigate extraterrestrial encounters and paranormal activities throughout the area of the American West, known as the UFO Superhighway. Using ancient tracking techniques and modern technology, these cowboys study the mysterious happenings in the region, legendary for its high number of supernatural sightings and disturbances.
I wonder why I haven't heard of that, because like I watched so many of those type of shows.
Like 6 months ago, everybody was talking about it. Kind of, it was, but yeah, I don't know. You missed it, Bubba. It's it's good. Watch it. I didn't, now that I know it's, it's in that genre for sure.
Blind Frog Ranch.
Yep.
It says here that the season finale of season 1.
Now that I know it's fake, though, I'm kind
of inspired by Travis Walton's story about being abducted by an alien. Also, there are several key parts of this series that was produced due to the evidence and commentary by Jeff Sailors, who'd been a ranch hand back in the 1970s and 80s on a ranch called Buffalo Ranch. I've never heard of this place, where he also claimed he had dealt with actual real life extraterrestrial threats.
Well, there's one part in it where he gets actually grabbed by an alien, and it like pulls him backwards like this, and like into the corn kind of behind him. And
I was grabbed by an alien.
That is like, holy shit, scary when you see that. But you know, then you just think that's got to be fake. Come on, you know, it's just too perfect, the scene and everything, and the lights that are around everywhere are just perfect. You know, I don't know, they're too perfect. They look like, you know, they look fake, but they're cool and it's fun. It's a fun show. It's a fun watch. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, it's a fun watch. If it's based on true stuff, you know, or whatever, you know, that's cool too. But when you watch it, it feels real, though. Yeah, it really does. I don't know. They're pretty good actors. Pretty good. There's an old guy in it though, and he says something like every episode. Like he says something like, now I remember back in 1985 on the Buffalo Ranch, and he says that like, you know, the Buffalo Ranch, like that place you're talking about. He says that like 100 times throughout the show.
Is this him?
Yeah, he'll say it, man. Like one time in this interview, I remember back in Buffalo Ranch.
And there was a lot of strange things went on. So
strange things. Put it on the beginning and he'll say it.
I've been telling some stories about 50 years packing horses and mules in the high country out west. 9 years I spent on the Buffalo Ranch. And
there you go.
There happened to be some alien stuff that went on.
9 years ago, back on the Buffalo Ranch.
So we told a few of those stories.
It's a drinking contest. See, every time he says back on the Buffalo Ranch,
we're going to do a whole series.
Do a shot.
We're going to call it the Alien Chronicles. This
every
all took
time
place
he
on a
says
ranch
the word
out in eastern
Buffalo.
Colorado, say 25 miles from the nearest town and a half dozen miles from the nearest neighbor. So it was a pretty remote place.
I'm just wondering why it looks like Santa Claus.
So if you like scary, spooky alien stories, pull up a chair and watch some
he's
of
good
these
in the show.
sure
He's classic, you know, classic. Just leading man, old guy. He's just funny.
By the way, this video
He's
and
an
a
old
lot
codger.
a lot of the videos he has here about his Alien Chronicles.
That's him talking about putting the show together. That was
actually these clips here, that clip that I just played, he posted this to his YouTube channel about 5 years ago.
No kidding.
He was telling this stuff long before.
So he's been perfecting it for a long time, huh?
He's either been perfecting it or this was like a rough draft he was going to sell for the show or something.
Called it a different name or something. Yeah.
Let's see. Aliens on the Buff. Some of these titles here, you know, he's got the Alien Chronicles Part 1, Aliens on the Buffalo Ranch. I saw an alien starship, stalking an alien, hunting aliens with the FBI. Dead buffalo and the whole.
Got to the end of the episodes yet. I can't remember what happened at the end. Damn it, Steve, have you made it to the end of the shows, buddy? There's only like 5 of them, 5 or 6, but I don't know. Anyway,
I'm sure gonna find them. Check it out.
There's actually 8. And the last episode is Alien Ambush: The Final Standoff. According to this.
That's why I got to.
Yeah, I watched it all. The guy, that old man, he goes and meets, you know, with these people who are stalking him from way back on the Buffalo Ranch days. And they're like the Men in Black, it seems like, and he meets up with them and stuff. And, you know, it's silly. But at the end, I think he goes missing or something. Or somebody goes missing. I can't remember. Dang it.
But yeah, it's been renewed for a 2nd season. They're actually filming season 2 right now. So
no
there
kidding.
You go. Yep. So there you go. If you guys are wanting some more UFO Cowboys, saddle on up, partner. It's coming up soon.
Nice.
I need to get a Roku.
They're pretty cheap at Walmart, man.
That's what everybody says. Yeah.
Well, it's just an app too that, you know, you can just download on most smart TVs, and it's free, and you download it, and there's a bunch of TV shows on there. It's pretty awesome, actually.
I don't even own a TV.
Oh, good job, Bubba.
That's what
I watch everything on my tablet.
Oh, there you go.
I just put a big giant TV on my curb out there. It wasn't giant, but it was like, I don't know, 40 inches.
Was it working, or what was wrong?
Yeah, it worked fine. I put it out on the curb.
Give it to me. I need one for the shed.
Oh, damn it.
Hook the brother up. Come on.
It's gone. I'm pretty sure.
Well, yeah, if it's a working TV, it's going to be gone. If someone can get it.
Yeah, we taped the remote.
TV here and went to moves in.
We taped the remote to the top of it.
Oh, it's gone then. If you take the remote, it's gone. That thing didn't even touch the curb. It went poof, gone.
Yeah, it did.
Up, Rob. Help the brothers out, man.
I'm sorry, guys.
I
had to go. It was one of them things. We just needed room in here.
Do you ever go on the marketplace I know it's off topic what we talk about, but do you ever go on the marketplace and see like people selling some of these TVs?
Yeah, well, yeah. What are they doing?
So a buddy of mine, he went on the marketplace because his old TV, he had like a big smart TV, got struck by lightning, and he needed something temporary until he bought another big smart TV, just like a 90-inch TV, just fried by a lightning storm. So he found a guy online who was selling a 70-inch TV. Okay. Mm-hmm. And the guy only wanted $100 for it. And my buddy's like, what's wrong with it? Nothing. It works just fine.
Plug it in.
Yeah, plug it in and show me. He sent him a video of TV, and he's like, okay, all right. So he went over. He paid $100 for it, picked it up, took it back to his house, plugged it in. Turns out it wasn't a TV. It was one of those advertisement pamphlets or advertisement screens for one of the hospitals they'd thrown out. It wasn't like it was a TV, but it was pre-programmed just to play all the news and updates from the hospital. This is back during COVID, but it had all the COVID guidelines to it as well. Oh,
wow.
he was pissed. He got his money back, but damn, was he pissed.
Dang.
It looks like they stole it out of like St. John's, I think, if I recall, or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, $100, and he was so furious. I got a few more news articles if you want to hear it, Rob, if we're going.
Yeah, what do you got?
Yep.
All right, well, let me get off of here and let's go to Shroud of Turin. And I'm looking for, there's one I want, and I want Adam to look at it because it's weird. This is one Adam sent in.
Mm-hmm.
This mysterious humanoid figure photographed in West Virginia. There's a peculiar photo from West Virginia that's featuring a diminutive, humanoid figure said to have been spotted frolicking in a graveyard.
Yep, I saw that one too. That's pretty interesting.
The intriguing image presented in the video above, which I'll bring up here in a little bit, taken in July by a young witness who detailed the strange sighting to Ron Lanham of the Wild and Weird West Virginia Research Group. According to this interview with the individual behind the photo, the mysterious being resembled a all-white toddler accompanied by a similarly small entity. The puzzling figures appeared to be playfully fighting with each other as they scurried through the graveyard off in the distance. Likening the beings to, quote, skeleton babies, the witness recalled being struck by the strangeness of two unaccompanied toddlers running through a graveyard. This led them to call their friends over to see the odd scene. A group of kids ultimately gathered and watched the curious pale entities as they dashed around various tombstones until they ultimately stepped behind a tree and never appeared again. Fortunately, at some point during the sighting, the youngsters managed to snap a photo of one of the small beings. Having analyzed the image, Lanham indicated that it appears to be genuine, as there are no signs of any digital manipulation. And I'm going to bring the video up right now so we can see this. Now, unfortunately, it's a video. I just pulled it up. It's a video of a guy looking at it as well. And there's us right there.
Hey.
We're famous.
So I go on to ask.
Here we go. We'll view him.
Wow.
Huh.
I mean, I see one there. I know they said it was only one, but I don't know. I don't.
It doesn't.
You can't really see too well.
Yeah, you can't really see.
Is it cleared up any or no? That's the problem. Is with some of these photos are all digital. When they go this way, it just blurs up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what happens when you use a digital zoom versus an optical zoom.
Yep.
So you have a computer trying to make it make sense, but it still deals with the same amount of pixels. Where if it's an optical zoom, you actually get like what your eye would have saw if you were that close.
Mm-hmm.
So
the cool Tyler has arrived. Tyler Cooley said that. I just realized he said that about you, Tyler.
Tyler Prime here. Cooley, screw off. What do you guys think?
I mean, I do wish it had a lot clearer picture, but it's still interesting. I mean,
yeah, I'm indifferent. It's
yeah,
I can't tell anything really.
Yeah, there's not really enough there. I mean, am I supposed to call this alien? Am I supposed to call this a ghost kid? And there's not really
like
anything other than the figure there.
Or like a skinny Michelin man. It kind of got deflated.
I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna be the one this time to say it. That's a very nice Halloween decoration. I think it's fake.
Okay, my question to you is, how was it faked? How do you think?
How do I think it was fake? Okay, I think the story itself is bull. I think if this was actually like two beings of some type playing out in the fields, you'd have more than one photo, because let's be honest, who in this room does not have their cell phone on them currently? Mine's right here. Bubba's on his.
It said that it was taken with an iPhone 15. Those are pretty recent. The cameras are going to be really good, except we get this grainy POS shot.
Yes.
One shot.
You mean to tell me this?
Taken video. You could have.
Thank you. Yes.
Yeah. Why didn't they, go after it, zoom in, walk towards it, anything?
At least get a photo of the second creature, so that way they could sit there and say, yeah, there was two of them. Look, here's the other one. But instead we have, you mean to tell me these group of kids, the one kid had the time to sit there and call his buddies over, the group gathered watching these things play, and only one person thought, gee, I might want to pull my cell phone out and take a photo. These kids were probably texting all their friends, literally had it in their hands. You can't tell me one of them didn't decide to take a photo for Snapchat. Hey, Rebecca, I'm going to come see you later, but check this alien out.
Again, hashtag rush that alien.
That's another thing, too. They didn't rush the alien, for God's sakes. They didn't probe it. What the hell?
That's our number one rule.
Would have been chasing it.
I would have ran down that hill. I don't care. I'm chasing. I'm getting a video of that thing. Hey, guys, see y'all later.
Can we
get the proceeds?
Bubba, can you find out who made this video and see if we can call them, like on next week's show, and let's ask them.
Oh hell, I don't know.
Questions. Like, yeah, come on.
Oh, let me see. It's in the article, I think.
Who wrote it? Who's the guy? Can we get a hold of him?
Ron Lanham.
Where does he live? What's he do?
He works at the Wild and West Virginia Research Group.
Can we Google him? See if we can find his phone number. We'll call him right now.
I was gonna say, call him.
He's probably dead asleep. Probably like, who the hell is this?
We need one of them phone systems anyway, where people can call it, or we can call people.
I know we got to get that hooked up. We can do it with like.
And we got to get Facebook fixed too.
Yeah, I'm gonna. There's Google phones. There's a couple ways to do it.
Dude, I gotta work on my Google phones for my show too. He does have a Facebook page right here.
Yeah,
and see, there's his video right there.
Can we get any information on Google? Like, is there a phone number on that page?
Let me close this out until we do find a phone number, so that way we don't accidentally dox this guy. Yeah,
right.
He's from Sissonville, West Virginia.
You can call him on Facebook Messenger.
Yeah.
See.
Yeah, you could call him on Messenger.
You should.
He's not going to know why we're calling.
If he has a full, profile that you can access like that. Some people you can't message.
Question, gentlemen. Yeah. Does AOL still exist?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, a lot of people still use it as an email.
Because the AOL Instant Messenger, because that's the only contact he has right here.
They at least have.
Well, I mean, if he's on Facebook,
through Facebook,
he has Messenger through Facebook.
Yeah, you have Messenger on your computer.
You still have to download Facebook Messenger.
Yeah, you have to download the app probably.
I'm gonna message him.
See if when you message him, if there's a little camera at the top where you can call him. Do it. Don't have some balls. We need to know what's going on.
Hey, I've been trying to get interviews too. If I can get this guy, hell yes, we'll do it for both shows.
Rob, is this you threatening Tyler with a write-up if he doesn't do that?
Yes.
Darn it.
Yeah. You can't call a messenger unless you're friends.
Mr. Lanham, please answer your messenger. Okay, so I just added him. We'll see what happens.
See if
he.
What are you gonna do? Be like, hey, you want to go live on an internet radio show right now, buddy? Please. and answer a couple
in
questions?
Central Illinois. It's only 11:30 there.
He's probably used to it right now. If you know, his story's all over the place.
Let's see. He looks like he does a lot in the paranormal. Check this out. Look at his paintings here of Mothman and the Flatwoods Monster.
Oh shit! See, he makes videos now. And he's creative, so he probably makes alien suits too.
We'll say those are kind of big in West Virginia. So
these creative types,
mm-hmm.
be making their own Bigfoot suits and stuff. Their own alien suits and filming them.
The Bigfoot suits and leaving the.
Yeah, if we get a hold of him, make sure you ask him. Do you work on any kind of like costume design with your artwork?
Was that like a Mothman with a red lightsaber? What was that?
Right up here. Oh no, that's his brush. That's his brush.
Okay, sorry.
It does look like a spider with a lightsaber.
That'd be really cool. Mothman with a red lightsaber versus the Flatwoods Monster with a blue lightsaber.
That's way more interesting.
Dude, I'd hang that. Yeah, Darth Mothman. I'd hang that on the wall. In a heartbeat. I'd get one for Rob too. Like, there you go. I'll keep an eye out. If he adds, I'll start talking to him, see if I can't get him to come on next week. Maybe he can detail this a little bit. And looks like he does a little bit in the paranormal, so maybe he would be good to interview about other stuff he knows about.
Mm-hmm.
Get him and still get Rob and Terry out here.
Rob and Terry from Ashmore Estates, yeah.
So, what's going on with the interview with the haunted house guy?
That's Rob and Terry. Unless you're talking to someone else. He's one of those Ashmore Estates and Haunted Art Theater in Auburn.
Yeah.
He said he's willing to come on, so
okay.
We just got to let him know when.
I'm just kidding. Maybe next week we can do it.
There you go. Ask him if he wants to do it next week, Bubba, and then I'll see if I can get him on sometime around Halloween for my show.
All right.
That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm.
So,
what else do I want to do? I got something here. Might be a little better than the Home Depot Halloween decoration in a cemetery video.
Yeah.
I like how I'm the one who usually believes this, and I'm the one who called BS, and Adam was like, I don't know. It's full moon somewhere. A weird viral video from Mexico reportedly shows an eerie humanoid figure frightening a pair of friends sitting on the beach in Cancun. According to local media report, the strange scene was posted to TikTok last week, and since appearing online, has amassed a staggering 26 million views in the video. Two young men can be sitting in the beach chairs and chatting with each other when one of them suddenly notices something in his periphery. The pair turn to see what appears to be a very thin humanoid that slowly creeps behind them in the darkness. Shaken by the unnerving interloper, the duo quickly jump out of their chairs and flee the scene. As one might imagine, the viral video has spawned all manners of theories on social media in Mexico, with many suggesting the spooky figure could have been an alien or perhaps a demon. Meanwhile, skeptical viewers argue that the contrived nature of the scene, including the inexplicable camera angle, would seem to suggest that it's simply a clever hoax. Should that be the case, one imagines that its creator could not have possibly imagined that the video would take off the way it did. I'll bring the video up right now. You guys we'll see what you guys think.
Okay, so this happened in Cancun, right?
This is in Cancun, yes.
Sounds like we need to go as a team for Weird Frequencies to go check this out in Cancun.
Weird Frequencies Cancun, hell yeah.
I'm down.
Hunt ghosts and aliens with a Corona in hand and a bottle of tequila. Fuck yeah.
Yep, I'm down.
All right. I guess it's supposed to appear somewhere back here.
Okay.
Si te encuentras con algo que no puedes
there it
explicar,
is.
algo que desafía toda lógica. Acompáñanos en este viaje aterrador mientras exploramos un...
El
What do you say?
You could kind of see the legs come into camera
Okay.
shot.
Yeah, right here's where it walks in. It's standing there originally. I noticed that.
What do you say?
Then it starts walking.
Well, they're speaking in Spanish, so I don't know. So it's sitting there. It's kind of standing there behind this chair. These two are talking. That's when he catches it as it's walking closer. And they're like, we've had enough those sickies for a night. We're out.
Yeah.
That's a weird ass way to walk, though.
If that's someone in a costume, they'd have to be really tall.
They got some, I mean, they have shoes on. Did you notice that? Yeah, right there. Look.
Yeah.
Oh!
They do.
Did we just bust this on the air?
Alien with Jordans.
Yeah.
I don't see shoes.
Yeah, wait till he
But I
walks
am on my
past the
tablet,
tree.
so things are
You can see
smaller.
it there. You can see it there flop up.
Okay.
They're like invisible, sort of, but
yeah, there's not a foot.
yeah, it's just you can see the lines on the shoe though.
And you can see on the other foot as well.
Sole, the faint, little pieces on the shoe itself. For sure.
Oh, I can see the shoes.
There's a Nike stripe right there. When you froze it, it looks
is
like.
a Nike.
Look right there.
Just
Close.
that.
Some Pumas.
Dude, did we just call bullshit? Did we actually catch this for just being bullshit live on the show?
I think we just.
Yeah.
I think we did.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a weird walk. It's a weird figure, but it's also Cancun. And right there, I can see the soul.
Sweats. Wearing some white sweats.
Maybe it's a skinny dude who just got caught. He just got dumped by his chick and he's trying to get back to the hotel room with no clothes on.
It is weird, though, how, he's all white.
Now, come on. We all know it's an alien who just really wanted a nice pair of Nikes.
Yeah.
And now he's going back to his UFO to leave.
Yeah. Those guys' shoes disappeared just before they ran off. Did you see that?
Oh, he stole the shoes? Oh, that's where the shoes come from. Okay.
I'm just kidding. Look, there he goes. His hand looks very humanish. Look at his arm and his hand,
Yeah.
It's just some freaky tall dude.
Some freaky tall,
maybe no pants on.
Really weird.
Wait a minute. I just noticed this. So I wish I had the ability to lighten this up. Hang on. You see him back? Okay, you see him back there.
Does he have a joint in his hand?
He's got something in his hand, but you see it's back here. Like there's the one chair and there's the alien. Let me bring myself up full real quick. If you look at this angle, it looks like he's doing that. Like he's just chunked something up out of his mouth. Like he's just getting ready to barf.
Throwing up.
Yeah, like he's throwing up. That's literally, look, I'll bring it back up. So see, there's
he
legs.
Looks bent over, throwing up. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's hurling right there.
Hey, he's hurling or something.
And now he's just going to shamble back to where
he's kind of staggered.
Yeah. So these guys got scared by a drunk nude guy.
Yeah, let it roll. Look at his arm. It looks really human. The color of it and everything. And it looks freaky there. Ugh, I don't know. Yeah. His arm looks trippy there. He's just skinny.
I think it's got something to do with the night vision.
Yeah, that could be too.
His body is freaky looking, man.
He does have a very weird posture. I don't know what his deal is.
He's just hunched over, kind of, forward for one thing. And he's curved. His back's kind of curved, and he's skinny and tall.
Maybe this guy is just afraid of crapping his pants, so he has to walk a certain way to get back to his hotel room. He already threw up on the beach, so he's kind of embarrassed. So he's trying to be sneaky and quiet and stuff.
You ever really see his head? You don't really.
No, I don't think so. I mean, you kind of.
Oh, it's like perfectly cut off, isn't it? Right.
There's one point. Well, there's one point where it looks like he's bent down right there. You see something that might be ahead.
What I want to know is why is there just conveniently a night vision camera just watching these two guys on the beach?
Yeah.
Yeah, if this was security footage, it'd be more believable. But yeah, why is it? It's a camera that just happens to have night vision.
That's freaky.
Yeah.
I think it's just drunk pantsless guy on the beach. That's what I think.
There you go.
He's pinching to try and keep from crapping, so he has to walk funny.
Oh, I'm afraid I'll shit my pants. What pants?
And Julie said maybe he or she was so drunk it was coming out of both ends, which explains the weird walk.
It does have a weird walk, yeah.
Pretty wild, man.
All right, here's your next one for you guys.
Sure.
An intriguing piece of footage from Indiana shows what appears to be an illuminated flying saucer hovering in the night sky. The odd object was reportedly filmed on Monday evening by witnesses in the city of Chennai. Yeah, Chennai. In the video,
It's
the UFO.
Drone. I'm just going to call it now. It's a drone.
Drone.
The UFO initially seems to be a singular light out of the horizon. However, when the camera zooms in on the object, one can be seen as illuminated by a ring of lights. Alas, the footage ultimately ends with no indication of what became the weird object and the witness spotted in the sky.
Chinese weather balloon.
Chinese. Let's just go. All right, let's go ahead and play this so we can see. Because everybody's already like, let's go. Bring it.
It's light reflected off a swamp.
Frisbee.
Gas and stuff.
Get out, Adam. Get out.
A frisbee dumped in gasoline, set on fire, thrown in.
Get out, Rob. Get out of your own show.
Frisbee on fire.
There you go.
Drone.
Yeah, I'm saying drone. It's
That's a wicked drone, though.
Yeah.
Super cool drone.
Cool ass drone.
Or whatever it is, yeah.
You get that kind of drone?
That's
an expensive drone.
That's an expensive ass drone, yeah.
Yeah, you're going to have some range on it and stuff like that. And it's going to be customizable.
Somebody could have definitely made that thing. It's a trip, though. It's not doing anything strange or.
Yeah, so is it not going to move, not fast, go right and left or up and change directions?
Just kind of moving like a drone. Oh, that's trippy there, though.
That's the one we saw like back in July that Adam thinks was like a blimp or a prop or something like that. Good. Now that he says that,
LED job.
Yeah.
Okay, so I called this one before we even saw it. Drone. Move on.
It is moving like a drone.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like it's moving. It's just sitting there.
Yeah.
It's moving, but
I tend to believe the ones that are like phasing in and out. It seems like to me the real ones are phasing in and out of existence almost. Like they're coming from another dimension or something.
Or they go from like not moving to moving at incredible speed.
Yeah.
Just ridiculously fast.
0 to Mach 1000 in 2 seconds.
Well, drone. I gotta say, even after these two said it, yeah, drone.
It's a nice drone. Congrats to the person who has it. But no.
And Tyler, I sent a couple straight to you.
Straight to me. Let's see.
You know, on this website here, anonymousalien.com, this guy, he's a former director of the Pentagon's Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program. And, you know, he's saying, this came off of Coast to Coast AM also, but he's saying that the UFOs might be preparing for an alien invasion. we should get ready. And this guy, worked for the government. He's basically saying this. He's one of those dudes that was in, one of the whistleblowers. I think he was.
Oh, yeah. I think I know who you're talking about, actually. Yeah.
Yeah, Lou
Elizondo.
Yep. You see that article?
Yeah.
And if you click on it, it talks about how he thinks that, of course he's wrote a book and he's trying to, sell that, but inside the Pentagon's hunt for UFOs. But he says, there's no evidence that they're here to help us. And the way that they've been interacting suggests something far more worrisome. While it's possible that not all of them are bad, the ones interacting here don't appear to have our best interests in mind. And he says he's not sure whether the secrecy surrounding UFOs is not just about creating, and this is pretty wild to think about. If it's, if the government isn't keeping everything secret, not just to prevent public panic, but to maintain an advantage in what could be a war, right? Or a high stakes, like this says, a high stake game, chess game against an unknown and possibly hostile force. So if we just admit everything we know, that's probably not a good idea, right? I mean, I guess if you think about it, but but it's not fair that they keep a secret from us, people like us. But
yeah, see, what I saw from actual today, or no, from back on the 19th, was head of a security Pentagon UFO program claims he is certain the U.S. government has retrieved material from crashed non-human spacecraft.
Yeah, that guy in Congress, he said that, and that they had
Louis Elizondo
ships, they have beings, everything.
Broomsticks in the chat room saying a lot of people say Lewis is a shill. I don't know. He was just on Joe Rogan. I haven't heard that episode yet because it came out while I was on work the other day. But he was the forefront for Congress actually looking into this stuff for quite a while. Like, he got a lot of stuff done with it. He made a lot of attempts to get it all declassified.
Well, those guys that, what the information that they did give us, I'm with Broomstick there. I call these guys all so-called whistleblowers. That's not really what a whistleblower even is, what these guys are doing. But everything that they said to Congress was okayed by, Congress and the government before they said it. So, they had to get everything approved, and, they're basically just reading, they were basically telling us what the little bit of information that we already knew. For one thing, we already knew that, Roswell was real, and the Area 51, 69, whatever the hell it's called, that's all real. And we already knew that they probably had some ships, and they probably have been interviewing aliens. We've all seen those black and white movies of them that may or may not be real. We don't know, but they look pretty damn real. Some of them early ones do. There's 2 or 3 videos that look real. I mean, it looks like they're from Roswell and they interviewed these aliens, and I don't know, man.
This he's talking about the another anomaly was the small implants extracted from members of the armed services by military surgeons after they interacted with the extraterrestrial being. He said, I once handled one of these implants myself, provided to me by a hospital in the Department of Veteran Affairs, where it had been removed from a U.S. military service member who had encountered a UAP.
There's tons of implants, buddy. There's a guy who I was listening to him. He was on a radio show one night, and he was a government employee, and and a surgeon, and he was talking about all the implants he'd taken out, and he had taken thousands of them out of people, and they're studying them, and it's a real thing, and they actually have, in these labs, these specimens, and they're studying them, finding out some of them are made out of things that are, that are impossible, some metals that are just really unknown, and they're figuring them out though, dude. They're kind of backwards engineering them, and they're studying them, and it's a real thing, and they're in people, and they don't know where the hell they came from.
It says that the material no longer or no longer
Makes you
or
itchy,
wider
doesn't it?
than a joint of one of your fingers. Looked more like a microchip encapsulated by a slimy, semi-translucent casing of tissue. Under a microscope, it was still moving somehow.
Yeah, so those guys in Congress, they were just telling us, the little bit of information that they had to, because I feel like they've just been busted out anyway with all that stuff. So, those guys, they just gave us what we knew already for the most part.
Well, that, and we were talking about that, me, you, and then you had Ray on around the same time. How went from, it was a busy summer last summer, because at first you had, what was his name? He was part of the committee. He went in there and he was like, you and I both looked at it. We were listening to parts he said. He was like, I'm not here to explain. I'm not here to say. I can't tell you. You described it best. The guy sounded like he was saying, I knew this guy. I knew this guy. Who knew this guy? Who knew this guy? Who knew this guy's cousin?
Yeah, that's what he did.
An alien like broom or something like that.
He never saw nothing.
Yeah,
that guy. He never saw anything with his own eyes. It was all second, handed.
He was all second guessing himself, and we just kind of listened to this like, is this guy even making sense?
Yeah. So anyway, now they're saying the big alien invasion's coming. So watch out, everybody. I don't know what's going on.
Halo, I'm good.
I've been studying this and try to figure out what's going on with these spaceships for my whole life, and I'm still just confused. There's no answers. It's crazy. I don't think the government really knows either. I think it's just they're just people like we are. They're not magic. They're not magicians. They don't know any more than we do. I don't think. They have their technology and their scientists, but really they might not know what the fuck is going on with these things. You know what I mean? That might just be the answer right now. Because how transparent? They got to be pretty transparent nowadays. There can't be a whole lot of secrets they're keeping. Treaties with aliens. I don't believe there's no treaties with aliens. I think there ain't no damn treaties. I bet they wish they had some treaties.
I still think they're and I'm not trying to get political, but depending on the election this year, I think we might get a little more information about JFK.
Yeah.
And that is one of the other big secrets that the government keeps besides aliens. Broomstick wants to know, have any of you ever had experiences
with aliens? Or with what?
I think he's talking about, have we ever seen a UFO?
I think I have, but
I know I
don't know.
Adam has not. I've seen one. I know one. The other one, I think we actually debunked here on the show because we discovered it could have been a fighter jet flying between here and St. Louis at one point.
I've seen a fleet of UFOs. We've talked about it a lot on the show. and I have a picture of one of them. So they were triangle shaped like this. They had three lights on the corners, and they were mostly orange most of the time. And they flew around in the sky. There was like 20 of them. And they all flew into what seemed like a curtain or a portal in the sky, one at a time. They flew into it. And
that's why you're into the ones that disappear or shimmer out, you said, because it's similar to what you saw.
And these would shimmer in and out of existence. It would be there for a second, then it would not be there, then it'd be there, then it'd not be there. And they moved weird, they'd be like over here, over there, up and down, left and right, real weird. Like they weren't balloons, like, you could tell, like, at first I really thought that maybe they were those flaming Chinese lanterns, but those would be just kind of floating along like this, And these were like going.
It was at nighttime, was it?
Yeah. And these were, doing weird, going like this. Like you could tell in my picture, one of them is facing at an angle at you like this. And the triangles, the dots are going here, here, and here, and that's all you can mainly see, and they're invisible too. Like there was nothing in between the dots.
What I saw was during the middle of the day when I was a lot younger, and all it looked like was just a very shiny ball of light way up because it was just so high up in the sky. And it just kind of was like hovering, and then it would zip this way and stop, zip back this way and stop, and did that a few times before it just like took off. And that's all I saw.
Orb. Yep.
I didn't.
Orbs,
there was no.
Orbs were filmed by the government, and shown to Congress by armed forces. Like
that's
film orbs flying.
That's what I saw, but I was at a haunted house ghost hunting, and it looked like a little orange basketball just floating in the tree line. And a buddy of mine thought it was just an airplane. It's like with all these, it was storming out. It was like all these thunderstorms, and it's like 11 o'clock at night. Who's going to be flying an airplane at this night? And we're up on the third story of the old Carrollton house before it was burned down a couple of years ago, and I'm up there watching this thing. It looked like a star. Maybe I was getting ready to walk downstairs, and it just felt like something like got me to stop. And I watched it zoom down past the tree line, go down, cross the road, and go so low to a cornfield nearby. It was so low you could see the light itself illuminating off the cornfield. This thing looked like, the best way I could always describe it, it's like an orange basketball, just the orange basketball type thing. And then this thing just all of a sudden going across the ground and then goes, shoo, does a straight turn back up in the air, just disappears in the cloud cover. And of course, I'm a ghost hunter, and what's the first thing I did that I will hate myself for from day one? I didn't have a camera on that. So all I got is my testimony, which don't mean shit.
So could it have been some, like, have you ever heard of like ball lightning?
I have heard of ball lightning, and you know what? I would almost say maybe. The fact that it was hanging in the sky for so long, and the fact that it moved like it did, that's the part that takes me out of that theory about it being ball lightning.
I had a guy, I was sitting in the car with a guy on Wabash in front of the old Dollar Theater there on Wabash and MacArthur. It used to be there.
Yeah.
The old $2 theater or whatever. And we were sitting at the light there, and a blue ball of like light went by the car, went across the street and went between two houses, and it lit up the sides of the houses like blue light. You could see blue light, and it went into the ground. It just went right into the ground in between the two houses. So it like floated across the street next to us, went in between two houses, and just went into the ground. And me and my buddy Rich looked at each other, and we were just like, "Did you just see that?" And we were like, no. We just kept going and kept driving. We're like, that was, but he was like, "Yeah, I saw it. That was weird, man." We talk about it to this day, you know. So, but you know, that was an orb for sure, some kind. They're real, man. It's, you know, you can look at that government provided movie. It shows you that silver orb flying around some campsite and some military camp of some kind. And they don't know what the hell it is. Let's just hope I mean, maybe let's hope they're not like from China or something, you know, or, you know, these countries have technology that we just don't have. I don't know. I don't think so. I don't know what it is. I think we're going to find out though soon. I think it's a fun time to be alive because I have a feeling we're going to find out. We're too smart.
You know what's interesting? I just pulled this up. Ball lightning. It had stormed previously when I saw.
Look at that going running along. Is that one going along the tree line? Dude,
that's
look
ball
at that.
lightning there. Yeah, it had stormed previously, and there was a little bit of lightning in the air.
It's a
so
trip, man.
Now I'm beginning to wonder if you're onto something, Rob. And what I saw was actually ball lightning.
That's what I saw. Look at that going. Is that going to go into the ground? I swear that's real similar to what I saw.
But the one I saw was
dissipate, then they'll just go into the ground.
Yeah. We just saw it.
Dude, if you saw that, if you were outside and you saw this come down, you would think, "Oh, here comes the aliens. They finally arrived." That would freak you out.
Could you imagine if, like, you weren't paying attention, something like that hit you in the back?
Oh my gosh, just really slow?
Yeah. Looks, I mean, it's still lightning. So you just get hit with that.
See, the one I saw was orange.
That looks like the sun.
Yeah.
Possibly.
It's like something out of Dragon Ball Z or something.
I'm beginning to wonder if what I saw actually was ball lightning and not a UFO, but I mean, I don't know. It could have been, because if I'm picturing a UFO, I've always pictured a UFO, you know, spaceship. There it is. Boom. Flying saucer. Like you see in the old sci-fi movies or something like that.
Yeah.
This was more like, it looked like that, but orange. Like bright orange, like jack-o'-lantern basketball orange. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe I did see ball
what
lightning.
I saw was so high up in the sky. It just looked so tiny. And it looked just like a white light.
Well, I mean, that's kind of a green light there. That could have, was it during the day or was there cloud cover?
No, it was during the daylight and clear as could be out.
Look at that one. It's sitting out in the water.
Yeah, that's wild.
That is wild shit. Look at that coming closer.
And then it comes in real fast.
Oh, no. That's UFO. That's not ball light. That's UFO right there. That's the UFO say, "Get away from us." Is that it there, or is that it? Oh, that's just the moment where he pissed himself. That's what that is.
Yeah. That's ball lightning because he was too close to the lightning and shocked his balls.
So I got a couple more videos for you guys.
Okay.
If you'd like.
Okay.
A couple more articles. Since we're still on the subject of UFOs, the past few days, last week, there's been an apparent mass sighting of UFOs in California. Some of the video, I'm just going to play it. It's not a drone, this one. Okay. I don't think this one's a drone. He's like, okay.
That remains to be seen.
Yeah, I'll bring it up. A total, according to the article, let's see. Where is the article in question? I got the video right there because the article wasn't on the original video. The cities of Palmdale and Lancaster on Friday night, residents reported up to 6 objects all in the air at the same time. Video showing the line of colorful flashing lights from what appears to be a flying saucer. Now, that's what I would expect to see if it was a UFO. Eyewitnesses and Ring doorbell cameras both documented the event, and locals discussed their experiences on the Ring Neighbors app. So yeah, this is just like a mass, like all within a time span of looks like an hour and a half. These sightings occurred, and I got a few of the videos that were taken from California, so we can see what they look like. Now that's what I expect to see with a UFO. If I want to see something extraterrestrial, that's what I expect to see.
Okay, right now I'm just seeing, multicolored LEDs.
The lights on the UFOs, the triangle ones that I saw look like that, except then they would just be, but there were 3 of them in the corners, and they would look like that sometimes, and then they would just turn orange, pure orange, all 3 of them.
And there's more in this video. There's image from a Ring doorbell.
Okay.
That's more like what I saw.
Yeah, that's more like the photo you took, Rob. Only yours was more in like a little more brighter day.
Yeah, it was triangle shaped too.
Yeah.
Those are multi kind of weird shape.
And you're saying that flashing pattern there, not that exact pattern, but how they're flashing is similar to what the ones you saw. Okay.
What's funny is if you look up, just orange triangle UFOs, you'll see the ones that I saw. That's how common they are.
There's this one. Yeah, the triangle and the saucer, those are the ones that get. What was the one we? Yeah. Actually, that one looks kind of fake. It's a little CG.
Yeah, you see how there's like nothing in between them?
Yeah.
That's how the ones that I saw were kind of.
Did it blink out like that? Watch.
They would blink in and out of existence almost. Yeah, like that. They'd be gone and then return, kind of.
Boom. Kind of like the lights go off.
Yeah, like they're fading.
Oh, and it comes back.
Yeah, see that right there? That's how they look. Like the stuff I saw, that's what they look like. Exactly like that. How there's 3 lights moving together and they would just kind of move weird. But although that's like 4 or 5 lights. So.
Well, maybe these are the same guys you saw. They blink out and blink back on.
They were flying over Lanford High School, by the way. Other people in the neighborhood saw them too. See, those are more kind of.
These are the ones from. Those are the ones from Mexico City. Because yeah, that's right. California did have a massive earthquake earlier this week, and we talked about that last weekend. They're saying a lot of these UFOs appeared in Mexico City after their earthquake. What in the hell is that? Oh, it's the one thing, that one phenomenon. But that, Adam, you can't tell me that's a drone.
No, I mean, there's not a lot there to say that it is a drone. I mean, I can claim the lights are LED or whatever, but there's not a drone that really flies in a bar.
Yeah, that's kind of like a straight bar. Yeah. They say it was supposed to be a saucer, but that looks more like it's a bar.
Yeah, there's not another shot to show that it's a saucer. You just see the lights in a line, not in a circle or spherical, circular shape.
Space police, that's what it looks like. I don't know, Rob, what do you think?
It's pretty wild.
What about you, Bubba?
I'm not sure what to think on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's what I expect to see. If I was ever, I'm pretty sure what I saw was ball lightning, which is fine. But I think if I was ever to see a UFO, like that's what I would expect to see. So,
Okay.
I got one more for you guys, if you want. I got one more for you. You guys want to hear the possible heartbeat of the Loch Ness Monster?
Yeah.
Sure.
So, this group called the Loch Ness Exploration teamed up with the Loch Ness Center to use a hydrophone around Urquhart Bay. Urquhart Bay, of course, that's the castle, Urquhart Castle off the coast. They were trying to detect sounds within Loch Ness to see if they could discover any possible sound anomalies. Researchers picked up on a peculiar pulse that they have likened to a heartbeat, according to a local media report. The intriguing findings were made earlier this month by Alan McKenna of the group Loch Ness Exploration, which frequently conducts on-site investigations at the famed location. Indicating the deployed hydrophone to a depth of about 100 feet, he marveled that we started to pick up a strange sound. McKenna went on to describe the noise as a rhythmic pulse or heartbeat. Let me go ahead and bring that up, and you guys can hear it, and we'll see what you guys think. As soon as we get past it. Okay, I'm no marine biologist. I thought a heartbeat was supposed to sound like dum dum, dum dum.
Well, a large enough heart, especially multi-chambered heart, all of the valves would make a beat. But I mean, they're deep scanning in a lake, for no better term for it. What's to say that we're not getting like a group of fish?
Yeah. I'm sorry. I was expecting more like a ooh, 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 ooh. You know, like you hear on like some of these old movies where they realize a giant monster is all of a sudden alive. Instead, this turns out to be that. What'd you send, Rob?
Oh,
that's your write-up from earlier tonight.
Damn it!
No, I sent a video that showed a bunch of triangle-shaped UFOs. Yeah.
Let's see.
I'm a little late.
Oh, you're good. You're good. Okay, hold.
Like that, yeah.
Yeah, I just saw it. Let's get back. Let's get past. That is identical to the one you photographed.
Yep.
That is the exact
and they're
color.
Orange and
yeah, and that's the color as the thing I saw. Which
that's a whole episode of UFO hunters where they're going around, trying to track down all these triangle UFOs, just like the ones I saw. So I didn't feel so crazy once I was able to get on the internet and, see that I'm not the only one that saw these things. And also my neighbor, well, not even a neighbor, just a lady through Facebook contacted me because I posted about it, and the lady through Facebook got a hold of me, and I was chatting with her back and forth, and she lived in the neighborhood, and she was like, I saw him. I was standing out back. She said that she didn't get any pictures of him either, but she definitely saw him, and
Now,
she said
wasn't
they
this
scared her, is what she said. She was really scared, actually, and I was like, don't worry about it. It's probably just the government.
wasn't this like 2012, 2013 when you took this photo?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yep, it was back there a little ways.
I think there was like a mass report of some type of UFO sighting during that day.
We did actually look it up on the UFO reporting site, and there was another one spotted in Illinois, same kind of thing. Orange UFOs, orange triangles, it said, actually. So
yeah, I remember 2012, 2013. That was like a big year for UFOs because you had the one that supposedly the police chase between here and Alton.
Yeah,
that was like a cube or something like that. I've got nothing else as far as news goes, but do you guys want to see if Rob wants to settle our debate by chance, if he can be the voting factor?
Okay.
Bubba already knows what I'm talking about. I want to.
What is it?
Yes, Rob. We need your expert advice.
I don't know about all that, but I'll listen. We'll
right,
find out.
All right. So last week we tried to do an early show, or a short show.
Yeah.
But it ended up getting dragged on because I was already caught on. Like, oh, that damn thing. We talked about the Bigfoot Sasquatch Museum in Blue Ridge, Georgia, which apparently has a plethora of Bigfoot merchandise or Bigfoot evidence, including apparently one thing not found anywhere else in the world. And that is a cast of the Bigfoot buttocks. Now, I'm going to bring it up for you real quick.
Bigfoot's ass.
Bigfoot's ass. Now, Bubba, of all people, was the one that was the most skeptical on this son of a bitch, because he was sitting there saying Bigfoot has no ass and all this other stuff. And
even I said that with the size that we keep hearing that Bigfoots are, this is a small cast.
So it's an ape with a tiny ass.
Maybe it's not the whole ass. Maybe
here we go.
Caught part of it,
Could it be the cast of like the thighs instead? I just honestly, I don't think it's a Bigfoot ass. I think it's way too small.
And I still say, if it was a male, there would be twigs and berries.
Oh, for God's sakes!
Is that a big vagina in the front?
I think that is Sasquatch beef curtain.
It was a female. And weren't you saying like the reason it's so big is probably because she gave birth recently?
I keep turning my head sideways, like,
like she had the Grand Canyon going on there,
Oh, for God's sake. Oh, man, we were trying to keep it professional, but we were like, at some point, we're like, fuck it, we might as well just.
Well, I see some dingleberries there in the back.
I told you those are. Yeah. These are the dingleberries right about here.
It kind of looks like a footprint too, right there, doesn't it? See the toes at the bottom? It just looks like a big old footprint in the middle of it. Kind of.
In May of 1993, east of the Walla Walla, Washington, Paul Freeman discovered tracks that led to a sandy bank along Dry Creek The Sasquatch apparently sat down on the edge of the elevated bank and left a distinct imprint of its derriere, which Freeman cast. Can you imagine how much that had to smell? You're trying to cast an ass.
Especially with dingleberries are involved.
Oh, God.
It looks neatly shaved.
It's freshly waxed. That Bigfoot had to sit down because she waxed herself. Oh, like I look good.
Biggest
we have a very metro Bigfoot.
Look how it's just neatly. The hairline there is just neatly trimmed.
Maybe it had gas and just kind of blew the dirt out there somewhat. I don't know. Like,
are you sure that's not like an aerial shot of a volcano or something?
Are we sure it was a Bigfoot?
Nothing about that says Sasquatch ass to me.
That's hilarious.
Are we?
Well, more power to them guys for making some more money off of Bigfoot.
No kidding. I have never. I mean, I don't believe in Bigfoot, but I have never heard of anyone. I've heard of them finding hair. I've heard of them finding possible bones. I've heard of them finding the footprints, of course, obviously. But I have never heard of anyone finding an ass print of Bigfoot.
Well, it's really stuff like this that just makes the Bigfoot world,
I would
you think about it, though. I'm sure at some point Bigfoot probably sits down from time to time.
Bubba believes this is a Bigfoot butt.
But
you see, it was funny. Tyler showed this.
Bubba believes 100%.
Just be, a 5-minute, we'll laugh about it and be done with it.
Bubba, that looks more like your ass.
Like a 30-minute deal.
Yeah, this was originally going to be like a 5-minute session with me, Bubba, and Adam. And it turned into 30 minutes of Bubba trying to declare through his Bigfoot Sasquatch knowledge and database that this cannot be the ass of a Sasquatch.
Where did this happen?
Walla Walla, Washington.
Yep, Walla Walla, Washington.
Bubba,
that's right.
Have you ever been to Walla Walla, Washington?
Never.
All right.
I'll tell you who I want to show this to. I want to show this to Ray because Ray absolutely does not believe in Bigfoot.
That could be Ray's ass. I believe more that it's Ray or Bubba's or maybe Steve's big old stinky ass.
Well, I have seen Steve's ass. I never want to see it again. So
yeah. He's
kind
of seen it firsthand.
That actually, now that you mentioned that,
I would believe it's one of you three before I would believe that's a Bigfoot ass.
My ass is more apple bottom, but
Tyler's would be a cute little butt.
Yeah, mine's a little rub. But now that you mention it, here's the scary part, Rob.
I was a big hairy man, whoever it was. Go ahead.
I'm going to say it right now, Rob. I hate you because now that you said that could be Steve's ass, I did wax Steve's ass on Morning Disaster one day for a skit with him. And you know what's really fucked up? I happened to look when you said that, and I pictured that, so that might be Steve's ass. It's almost shaped just like it.
It sounds like we need Steve's
whoever this was had a hairy ass.
Who's in Washington?
Yeah, we need to see if Steve was ever in Walla Walla, Washington. That's right.
Oh, yeah, this is a hairy ass person, that's for sure.
They have no ass cheeks. I know that much.
So it was before Tyler got to Steve. Then.
Yeah, it was in '93. So Steve was in Walla Walla, Washington. That explains the here.
There's really a place called Walla Walla.
Yeah.
Sounds like a comic book or something.
Sounds like something you hear on Looney Tunes, doesn't it?
Joke. Yeah. There's really a place, Walla Walla.
Yeah.
So cool. Well, good show, guys.
So I do have one last thing real quick.
What's up, Bubba?
There's a woman who's claiming she saw aliens attend Burning Man. And she was stone cold sober, she said.
Bullshit.
Oh, sure, yeah.
You do not go to Burning Man.
Nothing
to be
happens
sober.
there.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Every year, thousands of free-spirited revelers make their way to the Nevada desert for Burning Man, which is a 9-day event dubbed the wildest party of the year. It becomes a playground for thousands of free-spirited partygoers who flock to Burning Man.
It's horrible. You go out in the desert and you about half die trying to go see a couple of bands. You gotta walk forever in the desert. Yeah, good times.
The art event is known for its bizarre sights, ranging from outlandish costumes and nude cyclists to wild events and drug-induced all-night raves. However, one woman claims she witnessed something truly otherworldly. In a Reddit thread asking users to share the most unhinged thing they'd ever seen at Burning Man, one participant insisted she had seen extraterrestrial beings join the festivities. While it's common knowledge that attendees or burners often indulge in psychedelic substances during the Bohemian event, this Redditor was adamant that she was stone cold sober when she saw the alleged alien.
Pictures or video or anything? Or...
Like, listen, I fully believe that this woman maybe didn't partake herself, but I think she had like contact buzz, or
she
maybe
like
was
rubbed on somebody who was like covered with acid. She probably fell
there's
got a little wrong punch or something.
But I can believe that she didn't purposely get high or imbibe. But I
went to Woodstock '99 with Jim the photographer, and the last day of the festival, I was my back was hurting a little bit. You know, I don't know, I was just like hurting a little bit. And Jim was like, "Oh yeah, here, buddy, just take this pill." He's like, "It's a back relaxer.
No,
just to relax your back, you'll be fine." And I was like,
"Not take a pill from Jim the
yes, I
without."
did.
Oh no!
So I took that pill, and it knocked me out. I mean, I was having fun, a good time, and all of a sudden I was just like, "Oh, I'm gonna go to sleep right here," and I just like it knocked me out. And my group was looking for me, you know. They were all freaking out. My little brother was there. It was the first concert I ever took him to. He was freaking out. He couldn't find me, you know. And Jimmy and everybody were looking for me, and this guy woke me up during the Chili Peppers, and everything was on fire. Like everything around me was on fire, literally. And you know, at that point during the Chili Peppers, they just started burning everything. And this guy's like nudging me, going, "Dude, wake up, man! Everything's on fire, man! Wake up, dude!" And I was like, I woke up like, "Oh shit!" And I missed like good 4 hours, probably. That show, yeah.
Did you ever find out what he gave you?
Yeah, it was something like some oxycodone or something real strong.
No.
Yeah, some kind of painkiller of some kind. Yeah,
he must have got the good shit.
Knowing Jimmy, yeah, it wasn't no back relaxer. I know that.
Right back.
All right.
But it's easy to do, man. Get a wrong pill or something at a show, and
this lady saying she remembered it was one of those moments on burn night where the flames were still high, but the man had mostly fallen. And she said, "I turned my back to look at the crowd, and there was a pair of tall, slender aliens in matching robes. They had sort of triangular heads like a praying mantis.
That describes like all of the people there.
And compound eyes that blinked and refocused at me.
And everyone there's wearing alien costumes, even too.
It's burning. It's Burning Man.
You have like any footage or anything, Bubba?
No.
Nah.
So people dressed up like aliens with Green Bay Packers like hats, so triangles, in robes, you know.
Here is an actual picture
From Burning Man.
He's Burning Man. This is actually 2013.
There you go, Bubba.
Man. So yeah, that actually.
Wait a minute, is this alien the one that walked across the beach in Cancun?
Oh, he was out partying. You know
that
it was.
The same one. Yeah.
But
this alien gets around.
Burning Man, you're going to see all types. I mean, look at this. Look at this aliens from Illinois. Yeah, they look like Illinois Timu style aliens. I mean, obviously, you also see some AI shit there, but I mean, people dress up in weird costumes for Burning Man. That's just how they do it.
Yeah, everyone there looks like an alien.
Yeah, 2013's Burning Man was actually like.
If you saw an alien there, Bubba, you would just kind of go, "Oh, okay."
Right.
See, now here's the problem I have. I don't question the lady when she says she saw aliens at Burning Man. I question the fact that she was stone cold sober. You don't go to Burning Man stone cold sober unless you lost a bet.
Yeah, I mean, maybe these aliens have good taste in music. You know, I mean, I don't know.
They're walking around trying to score some free drugs. I want to try some of this marijuana the humans keep talking about on the television.
That's probably why they keep coming here.
Oh yeah,
weed. They're stopping at the dispensary. Earth is their dispensary. We got to stop by Earth. And you got your ID, man.
I don't need ID. I got
the alien soil only produces Reggie, so they have to come here for the good weed.
Wasn't there a planet they discovered years ago? They said was like 100% marijuana.
What?
Yeah, I swear there.
Someone make that up.
No, I swear there was a planet they claimed
fantasy or something.
Made of weed. They theorize the planet has like, okay, here we go. Oh, yeah, I'm stupid. Planet X637-2 is a 2015 internet hoax. The planet was reported to be covered by cannabis. Damn it! I had hope.
That's the home of Yoda.
No, that's the home of the aliens from Burning Man. What the hell are you talking about?
Why can't it be both?
Why can't it be? It could be both. Dude, can you imagine aliens come down? What's the first thing humans are going to do?
Die.
Besides that,
we might know sooner than you think, gentlemen. Let's hope.
You imagine having an interview with an alien. All of a sudden, one of us like, hey, you want to hit this? Oh, the party that we would have with that alien.
And when they do land, we will be reporting it on this show, ladies and gentlemen. You can bet on that. In fact, I'd like to invite the aliens right now to appear on Werid Frequencies as your first appearance. Why not? Just come on the show and we'll interview you. We'll send you a link. Actually, it's real simple. Tyler can send you a link and we'll pull you right into the show. So you aliens, just get yourself an Earth phone of some kind, like an Android. Don't get an Apple.
Do you think aliens have Wi-Fi on their spaceship?
You can't trust Apple people, so don't get Apple stuff. Shh, they lie. They're sneaky.
I could send a link to Steve Stanton. He could be an alien right now.
Yeah,
it would make a lot of fucking sense.
It would.
Well,
yeah.
Or they got those things that are, sending the messages out into space, and then they think we're getting messages back. You can send our link out into space and see what happens.
Well, so supposedly there's a theory that if there are aliens that are up in space, they probably have intercepted a lot of our satellite, radio, and television broadcasting communications. So they probably don't really need to come see us. they're watching us on TV and listening to us on the radio.
I get the feeling that their technology is so advanced that we just can't pick it up.
If
We
they're
don't have
watching
the
us on,
juice, we don't have the power, the energy to pick it up.
if they're watching us on TV, we're screwed.
We're just a reality show to them.
Yeah.
But I
It may
always
be
wondered,
something that's way more far advanced than we even can understand.
I have always wondered, how, like, we watch movies about aliens, right? Do they watch movies about us?
Well, yeah, we're the aliens to them,
Right. Right.
We could be the only thing out here, though. We might be the only thing going on in the whole universe. Could be just a crazy, there's people that believe that we're just, that's it. This is the Earth. No other universes out there, and we haven't really contacted nothing else. And,
You see, to them, we're the aliens who have captured their friends, and they have to go on a rescue mission to save them.
We didn't capture their friends. They just drove and smashed in here drunk.
We have to just maybe, admit that we just may never know what those things are flying around up there. Like
I don't know. I know this much. They announced back in 2020 that the government actually announced that, yes, they have evidence of UFOs. I never thought I'd see a day where they'd actually say, yeah, we have evidence of UFOs.
Yeah, that's the biggest thing that's come forward. But they really don't know what the hell they are. They didn't come out.
We can get that information through, like, the Freedom of Information Act or anything?
That's how they got it out originally.
You can get the movies. Yeah. All the films are public information.
Mm-hmm.
But they didn't put out any explanation about any of them except to say that they're, breaking the laws of physics, and we don't even understand how they're doing it.
But yes, we have evidence. Next question.
Yep. Pretty much. We have pilots saying that we have no idea how they're, able to do the physics of these flying maneuvers that they're doing are impossible, so we don't even have the technology to do that. So, yeah, it's real, but it may just be one of those things we just never get the answers to. Who knows? But let's hope so. We'll find out, or not.
Hopefully one day.
Hopefully while I'm still alive.
Well, look at everyone in this room has had, experiences of some kind, almost except for Adam, with seeing some kind of a strange, thing in the sky.
We'll have to fix that, Adam.
That's only because Adam can't see very well.
Oh, I wasn't going that far, but he's not wrong, Adam. But we'll fix that.
Speaking of your health, how are you doing, Adam? Like you had some surgeries last time I spoke with you.
I had a second round of laser cauterization on my left eye. I found out I had a stroke on my right optic nerve, so that eye it's done. But I still have decent vision through my left, so at this point it's just trying to maintain what I have left. Yeah, I can see well enough. Like I can read the screen on the computer and stuff. So the fonts, even the smaller portions, like how you're powered by Google, Rob, and how Bubba, just Bubba, and Tyler's American T-Rex and stuff like that. I can read the chat room well enough, and
just Bubba. That you should value yourself more than that. You're not just Bubba. Don't put that up there again.
There's a whole thing behind that, Rob.
All right.
Well, it no longer needs to be Bubba. It needs to be Buddha.
Love yourself, Bubba. That's what I'm saying.
People on our show have been saying that he looks more like Buddha. So with his head shaved,
he looks a little bit like Buddha down there.
Yeah, he does.
Little bald head going on. Yep. I love Buddha. You can rub Bubba's head for good luck too, everybody.
Yeah.
On the screen right now. Just go up to the screen and go right there on his forehead and then get good luck. All right, man. There you go. All right, you guys. Well, have a good night. And I wasn't too prepared for nothing, so I'm glad you guys had lots of good stories and stuff. Hope I'll bring more to the table next week.
I think it was good to just have a little catch up because we haven't all been on the show in a while, so
yeah, that's cool.
Hit a little bit and catch up on old times and see how we all been doing, all that stuff.
Yeah, cool. Yep. All right, man. Excellent. You guys have a good week.
All right, you guys take her easy. Have a good one.
We'll see you next week.
See you, everybody.
Keep looking up.
Sunday nights, 8 o'clock. Peace out, everybody.
For the love of God, please don't forget to rush out Monkey. And clap his ass cheeks that are flat as hell.
That's right. Rush that alien.
Yep.